Previously, in the Frontier Archives, Zandor entered the hidden builder world beneath Kheros and reached the Crystal Archive, where the builders entrusted him with the last record of their civilization. Within the ancient archives, he learned that the builders had never sought power over the galaxy. Their greatest legacy was the preservation of life, memory, and hope for civilizations yet to come. As the Dominion tightened its grip on Kheros, the living mountain continued guiding its chosen guardian deeper into the forgotten builder world. The path ahead would reveal not only the legacy of those who came before him, but the responsibility they had left behind. The recovered record continues. Scene 26, the first Guardian Path. The builders never chose guardians because they were the strongest. They chose those willing to continue walking when certainty ended. Frontier Archives, Guardian Records.
The Frontier Archives. Recovered audio log entry, ZO20. Classification, declassified. Location, Guardian Path Network. Beneath the Western Crystal Mountains. Planet Kheros event. The Guardian's first journey. Status, verified historical record.
The illuminated passage stretched endlessly before him, not straight, not winding. It followed a rhythm only the builders could have understood. Every curve felt deliberate. Every turn seemed to guide rather than confuse. The mountain itself no longer felt like stone. It felt alive. The blue pathways beneath Zandor's boots brightened with each step. Behind him, the light slowly faded. Not because the path disappeared, because it had already become part of his journey. The builders had never expected anyone to walk backward. The air carried no dust, no scent of age, no sign that thousands of years had passed since another living being had walked these halls. Time had touched the mountain, yet somehow it had never conquered it.
This place isn't abandoned.
The words echoed softly ahead of him. Unlike every chamber before, the Guardian Path returned his voice. Not perfectly. The echoes seemed slightly delayed, as though the mountain listened before answering. The walls slowly changed. The polished crystal gave way to immense pillars rising through the chamber like the trunks of impossible trees. Blue light flowed upward through their centers, not rapidly, like sap rising through living wood. Each pillar contained countless tiny points of light. Some glowed brightly, others had long since faded. Thousands of silent memories surrounded him, not stored within archives, embedded within the very structure of Kheros itself. He reached out. His fingertips brushed one of the glowing pillars. The response was immediate. A single harmonic tone resonated through the chamber. Gentle, pure, recognizable. It was the same note Luma's singing crystal had carried since the heart of Kheros awakened.
Luma.
For the first time, he wondered whether the child had been hearing these voices long before anyone else realized they existed. The thought lingered only a moment. Another sound emerged. Footsteps, not his own. Zandor stopped instantly. Years of peacekeeper training returned without hesitation. His breathing slowed, every instinct sharpened. The chamber ahead remained empty, yet the footsteps continued, measured, calm, always one pace behind him.
Who's there?
Silence, then another step, soft, patient, never closer, never farther away. Slowly, Zandor turned. Nothing. The passage behind him remained completely empty. Only the fading blue light marked where he had already walked. He faced forward again. The footsteps stopped. For several seconds, neither the Guardian nor the mountain moved. Then the crystal beneath his feet illuminated once more, not urging him forward, waiting. The builders had understood something humanity often forgot. Fear demanded immediate answers. Wisdom sometimes required another step.
Then I'll keep walking.
He moved forward. The unseen footsteps resumed, always behind him, never threatening, almost protective. Far ahead, the corridor widened into another vast chamber. This one unlike any he had yet encountered. Its ceiling disappeared into darkness. Massive crystal bridges crossed impossible distances overhead. Suspended pathways connected platforms that seemed to float unsupported within the mountain. At the very center, something waited. Not a machine, not an archive, not another recording. A figure, standing completely still beneath a column of pale blue light. It did not move. It did not speak. It simply watched.
Someone's here.
For the first time since entering the hidden builder world, Zandor was no longer certain he was alone. The figure remained perfectly motionless, neither human nor machine. It possessed the unmistakable silhouette of a builder, tall, graceful. Its translucent, crystalline body reflected the soft blue light surrounding the chamber. Yet unlike the Elder's final recording, this one cast a shadow. Zandor's pulse quickened. The guardian symbol beneath his armor responded immediately. Its gentle rhythm became slightly stronger, not warning him, recognizing something. The chamber itself seemed to wait. No hidden mechanisms activated, no alarms echoed through the mountain. The builders had never relied upon fear to protect what mattered.
Can you hear me?
The figure did not answer. Instead, the blue light surrounding it slowly intensified. Tiny crystalline particles drifted upward around its body like glowing embers rising from an invisible fire. For a brief instant, Zandor believed the figure had taken a breath. Then he realized the truth. It had not breathed. The entire chamber had. Every pillar surrounding the vast hall pulsed together. One harmonious wave traveled across the chamber. The crystal bridges overhead illuminated one after another until the entire cavern shimmered beneath living light. The builder figure slowly raised one hand, not toward Zandor, toward the chamber itself. Instantly, hundreds of luminous pathways appeared throughout the cavern. They crossed beneath the bridges, disappeared into distant tunnels, rose toward hidden platforms suspended high above. Every route glowed briefly before fading once again. Only one remained illuminated, the one directly before Zandor. The message required no translation. The guardian path had accepted him.
So every road is a choice.
The builder lowered its hand. For the first time, its face became clearly visible. It possessed no expression of joy, no sorrow, no judgment, only perfect calm. The crystal surface of its face shifted gently as faint patterns of light flowed beneath it, like thoughts moving beneath still water. Then, without moving its lips, a single harmonic tone echoed through the chamber. Not spoken, felt. The sound reached directly into the guardian symbol resting beneath Zandor's armor. The symbol answered with its own pulse. One tone, then another. Soon, both resonances merged into perfect harmony.
It's communicating.
Not through language, through resonance. Exactly as Luma's singing crystal had done. Exactly as the mountains themselves had done. The builders had never separated knowledge from harmony. Every memory, every archive, every guardian, every world, all connected by the same living song. The realization struck him with unexpected force. The singing crystal had never been merely an artifact. It had always been a key. Far above, on the western ridge, Luma suddenly lifted her head. The crystal hovering above her hands brightened until its light reflected across every nearby cliff.
He found another one.
What?
Luma smiled without looking away from the distant mountains.
A voice.
The crystal sang, not loudly, gently. Its melody traveled through the evening air toward the hidden chambers beneath Kheros. Deep beneath the mountain, the builder figure slowly stepped aside. Behind it, a vast circular doorway became visible. Unlike every doorway Zandor had encountered so far, this one was already open. Beyond it, stars. Not projections, not memories. Real stars. Visible through an opening that should not have existed beneath the surface of a planet.
Impossible.
The builder looked toward the distant starlight, then back toward Zandor. Once more it gestured toward the path ahead. No command, no demand, only the same invitation the builders had offered from the very beginning. Continue. Zandor took another step. The chamber responded with quiet harmony. Far above, the stars of Kheros slowly emerged as night settled across the world. Far below, another journey had only just begun. Zandor stepped beyond the silent builder. The moment he crossed the threshold, the chamber behind him disappeared. Not physically. The light surrounding the doorway gently folded inward until only darkness remained behind him. There would be no looking back, only forward. The stars surrounding him did not resemble any sky he had ever known. Some burned with brilliant blue light, others shimmered with deep crimson hues. Entire constellations drifted slowly across the darkness, connected by faint crystalline threads that stretched from one system to another. Not navigation routes, relationships. The builders had never mapped territory. They had mapped understanding. The floor beneath his feet no longer appeared to be stone. It resembled polished crystal suspended above an endless sea of stars. Each step sent gentle ripples through the transparent surface. The stars below answered with soft pulses of light, almost as though they recognized the guardian walking above them.
This isn't inside the mountain.
His training immediately rejected what his eyes reported. No structure buried beneath Kheros could contain such impossible distances. No chamber could open directly into the stars. Yet every instrument within his armor insisted he remained deep beneath the western mountains. Both realities existed simultaneously. The builders had mastered something humanity had never imagined. They had not bent space, they had taught it to remember. Ahead, the builder guide continued walking without sound. Its feet never touched the crystal surface. Instead, the light itself carried it forward, gracefully, effortlessly, like a memory moving through time. For the first time, Zandor noticed something unusual. The guide cast no reflection. It possessed shape, shadow, movement, yet the crystal beneath it reflected only the stars.
You're not alive.
The guide stopped. It slowly turned toward him. Its silver eyes glowed with quiet intelligence. Then it inclined its head, not confirming, not denying, simply acknowledging the question. Again, the harmonic resonance returned. This time the guardian symbol translated more than emotion. Fragments of meaning surfaced within Zandor's thoughts. Not words, concepts, guide, guardian, journey, memory, choice. Each idea appeared for only an instant before fading. The builder systems were not forcing knowledge into his mind, they were teaching him how to receive it.
So this is how you learned.
The guide continued walking. The answer lay not in explanation, but in experience. The crystalline pathway widened once more. Great circular platforms drifted quietly through the endless darkness. Each contained a different vision. One showed forests beneath unfamiliar moons. Another displayed oceans illuminated by floating crystal reefs. Farther away, entire civilizations flourished beneath skies unlike any recorded by humanity. None of them were simulations. They were preserved moments, living echoes collected from worlds the builders had once visited.
You remembered everyone.
Again, the guide paused. A gentle pulse spread outward. The nearest platform slowly brightened. Within it appeared a young civilization taking its first uncertain steps toward the stars. Children watched strange lights crossing the heavens. Scientists gathered around primitive observatories. Families looked upward together. The builders never arrived. They only watched, patiently, waiting until the civilization asked its own questions. Only then did the memory fade. The lesson required no explanation. The builders never interrupted destiny. They protected the opportunity for others to discover it themselves. Far ahead, the stars began changing. Their brilliant colors gradually dimmed. One by one, entire constellations vanished. Not because they had died, because something moved between them. The darkness itself seemed to flow, silent, patient, almost impossible to perceive until it crossed the light of distant suns.
What is that?
The builder guide stopped immediately. For the first time, it reacted. Its calm posture became completely still, not afraid, alert. The harmonic resonance ceased. Every glowing pathway beneath Zandor's feet dimmed. Every preserved memory surrounding them fell silent. The stars themselves seemed to hold their breath. Then the guide slowly turned toward him. It raised one hand, not toward the approaching darkness, toward Zandor. The guardian symbol beneath his armor answered with a single brilliant pulse. Somewhere far beyond the preserved memories, beyond the ancient builder roads, beyond the hidden world beneath Kheros, something had noticed that the guardian path had awakened once again. The brilliant pulse faded. Silence reclaimed the ancient pathway. Yet something had changed. Not within the chamber. Within Zandor himself. The guardian symbol beneath his armor no longer pulsed at a steady rhythm. It listened. Every few moments a faint response traveled through the crystal around him, as though the builder network stretched far beyond Kheros. Listening, waiting, remembering. The guide lowered its hand. Its silver eyes remained fixed upon the distant darkness between the stars. For several long seconds, neither guardian nor guide moved.
You've seen it before.
The guide slowly turned, not toward the stars, toward him. Again, no words, only resonance. The guardian symbol translated another fragment. Not language, meaning, remember, then another, prepare. Finally, one last thought, fainter than the others. Do not awaken everything. The message vanished before Zandor could fully understand it.
Not awaken what?
No answer came. The guide had already begun walking again. The stars gradually brightened once more. The darkness retreated beyond the visible horizon. Whether it had truly left or merely chosen to remain unseen, the builders offered no explanation. The pathway descended gently. The transparent crystal beneath his feet slowly became solid once more. Ancient stone emerged around him. The impossible chamber of stars faded behind. Reality, or at least the version of reality Zandor understood, returned. Ahead, the passage opened into another immense hall. Unlike every chamber before, this one showed unmistakable signs of purpose. Not remembrance, preparation. Rows of enormous crystalline structures lined both sides of the chamber. Each stood nearly 10 meters high, perfectly identical, perfectly silent. Blue energy flowed through their interiors in slow, rhythmic pulses.
What are these?
The guide approached the nearest structure. It gently placed one crystalline hand against its surface. Immediately, the chamber awakened. One after another, the towering structures illuminated. Hundreds, perhaps thousands, stretching beyond the limits of sight. The entire mountain seemed filled with them. The crystal walls echoed with a deep harmonic resonance, not threatening, majestic, the sound of something ancient recognizing its own purpose. Slowly, the nearest structure became transparent. Inside, a suit of armor stood motionless, not builder armor, human. Yet unlike anything Zandor had ever seen, its design carried unmistakable echoes of frontier peacekeeper engineering. Smooth graphite plating, blue energy channels, the same balanced proportions as his own armor, but older, far older.
Impossible.
He stepped closer. The armor looked familiar, not because he had seen it before, because every frontier peacekeeper suit ever built seemed descended from this design. The realization struck him with breathtaking force. Humanity had not invented everything it believed was its own. Some ideas had survived across forgotten ages. The guide slowly turned toward him. For the first time, it made a deliberate gesture toward the armor. Not an invitation to wear it, an invitation to understand it. Far above the mountains of Kheros, night settled completely. The stars shone quietly over a world that believed itself occupied by the Dominion. None of those watching from the surface could imagine what slept beneath their feet, nor that one guardian had just taken the first steps toward a legacy older than humanity itself. The road ahead no longer led only through Kheros. It led backward into humanity's forgotten beginning. Zandor stood motionless before the ancient armor. Its smooth graphite plates reflected the soft blue glow of the chamber. The proportions were unmistakable, not identical to the modern frontier peacekeeper armor he wore, but undeniably related. Every line, every joint, every energy conduit. The resemblance was too precise to dismiss as coincidence.
We didn't create this.
The words lingered in the vast chamber. He remembered every lecture from the Peacekeeper Academy, every historical archive, every official record describing the birth of frontier technology. None had mentioned the builders. None had mentioned Kheros. None had mentioned armor like this. If the records were true, this armor should not exist. If this armor was true, then the records were incomplete. The builder guide stepped toward the crystalline enclosure. It raised one hand, not to unlock it, to acknowledge it. Immediately, the crystals surrounding the armor dissolved into thousands of shimmering particles. The armor remained, standing alone, untouched, waiting. A quiet, harmonic tone echoed through the hall. Every other crystalline chamber answered. Hundreds of ancient suits illuminated together. Different designs, different sizes, different civilizations, yet all shared the same purpose. Everyone had belonged to a guardian.
There were others.
Not one. Not a single chosen champion. Not a legendary hero. Many, across many worlds, across many ages. The builders had never entrusted the future to one civilization alone. Each guardian had protected something different. Some had defended worlds. Some had preserved knowledge. Some had guided civilizations through peace. Others had simply ensured that hope survived long enough for another generation to choose it. The chamber itself seemed to breathe. Blue light flowed gently from one guardian chamber to the next, a continuous current, connecting every legacy into one unbroken history.
We're all connected.
The guide inclined its head. For the first time, its response carried unmistakable approval. The guardian symbol beneath Zandor's armor glowed warmly. Another fragment of understanding surfaced. Not inheritance, responsibility. The builders had never created successors. They had created caretakers. Every guardian would eventually disappear. The responsibility would remain. Zandor slowly reached toward the ancient armor. His hand stopped only centimeters away. The crystal surface shimmered, not rejecting him, waiting. He hesitated, not because he feared what might happen, because he finally understood. This was not a reward. It was a promise.
I'm not here to replace you.
The chamber remained silent.
I'm here to make sure you weren't forgotten.
The response came immediately. The ancient armor illuminated from within, not with brilliant light, with quiet recognition. Across the immense chamber, every guardian chamber answered. Hundreds of soft blue lights awakened together. The mountain itself seemed to exhale. For thousands of years, no living voice had spoken those words here. The guide stepped backward. Its purpose was complete. Slowly, its crystalline body became transparent, not dying, not departing, returning to memory. Before fading completely, it raised one final hand toward the passage beyond the Guardian Hall. Another corridor, another choice, another question waiting to be asked. The builders had never expected one guardian to save the galaxy. They expected each guardian to leave the galaxy better than they had found it. The night sky above Kheros shimmered with unfamiliar colors. Across the crystal forests, small points of blue light appeared among the trees. The Ashari watched quietly. No fear, only wonder.
The world remembers.
Luma looked toward the western mountains. The singing crystal hovered above her hands once more. Its melody had changed. It no longer sounded lonely. Another voice had joined the song.
He's getting closer.
To what?
She smiled, not because she knew the destination, because she trusted the path.
Home.
Far beneath the mountains, one guardian continued walking toward a future that had waited thousands of years to begin. The builders had preserved their memories. Now, history itself had found someone willing to carry them forward. Scene 27, the Hall of Guardians. A guardian was never chosen to stand above others. A guardian was chosen to stand between destruction and those who could not yet defend themselves. Frontier Archives, Guardian Codex. The corridor beyond the Guardian Path widened once again. The crystalline walls gradually disappeared behind immense circular columns rising into darkness. The chamber ahead dwarfed every builder structure Zandor had encountered since entering the mountain. It was neither a city nor an archive. It was something older, a place built not to preserve knowledge, but to remember those who had carried it. As Zandor crossed the threshold, the guardian symbol beneath his armor pulsed once. The entire chamber answered. Thousands of faint blue lights awakened together, not brightly, respectfully, like candles quietly illuminating an ancient sanctuary. He stopped. Before him stretched an avenue unlike anything humanity had ever recorded. Rows of towering crystalline alcoves extended into the distance. Each alcove contained a single suit of armor. No two were alike. Some stood nearly 3 meters tall. Others appeared built for beings no larger than children. Some bore flowing crystalline robes. Others resembled heavy battlefield exoskeletons. Every civilization that had once answered the builder call had left something behind.
They were all guardians.
The builder guide did not answer. It simply continued walking. Every few steps, another alcove illuminated as they passed. Not displaying weapons, not displaying victories, only names, histories, lives. The builders had never celebrated conquest. They remembered service. The first alcove brightened completely. An unfamiliar world appeared above it. Twin suns, silver oceans, floating mountain ranges suspended beneath vast clouds of luminous crystal. An elegant figure stood beside the armor, not alive, a preserved memory. The guardian belonged to a civilization whose name no longer existed in any surviving human archive. Yet the builders had remembered, not because they had changed history, because they had protected others while history continued. The image bowed its head, then slowly dissolved back into light. No speech, no ceremony. Its story had already been lived. Its duty had already been fulfilled. Another alcove awakened, then another. Each revealed a different civilization, different worlds, different skies, different species, different histories, one purpose. The Guardians had never belonged to one empire, never to one species, never to one age. They belonged to every civilization willing to protect life instead of ruling it.
They weren't soldiers.
The builder guide stopped. It slowly turned. For the first time, its harmonic resonance carried unmistakable understanding. Not soldiers, caretakers, witnesses, protectors. The guardian symbol translated each idea with growing clarity. The builders had never measured greatness by victory, only by what remained alive because someone had chosen compassion over power. Zandor continued walking. Hundreds of guardian chambers surrounded him. Some armors showed scars from impossible wars. Others appeared untouched. Not because they had never fought, because their greatest victories had prevented battles from beginning at all. The chamber itself seemed endless. History stretched in every direction. Entire civilizations forgotten by time still quietly remembered here. The silence within the hall carried weight, not the silence of emptiness, the silence of remembrance. Every guardian preserved here had completed a journey whose ending no longer belonged to history, only to memory. Zandor continued between the towering alcoves. His footsteps echoed softly across the crystal floor, yet they were no longer alone. Around him, thousands of quiet harmonic tones drifted through the chamber. Not voices, echoes. Every guardian had left behind a resonance unique to their life. Together they formed a living chorus that no single civilization could ever have created.
They're still here.
The builder guide inclined its head, not confirming, not denying, only inviting him to understand. The nearest alcove illuminated once more. Within it, a massive armored being stood nearly 3 meters tall. Its armor bore deep fractures repaired countless times. Across its chest rested a symbol unlike any Zandor had seen, not a military insignia, a family crest. The preserved memory awakened. The giant guardian knelt before a group of frightened children sheltering beneath shattered stone. No enemy appeared, no battle unfolded, only one enormous figure quietly standing between danger and those unable to defend themselves. The memory dissolved, another alcove brightened. This guardian wore no armor at all, only flowing robes woven from shimmering crystal threads. Around them stood scholars, artists, teachers. The guardian never drew a weapon. Instead, they protected the knowledge of an entire civilization while war raged beyond the walls.
So being a guardian was never just fighting.
The harmonic resonance answered, gentle, certain, protection, guidance, sacrifice, memory, hope. One concept remained stronger than all the others: choice. The builders had never forced anyone to become a guardian. Every one of them had chosen the burden freely. That choice made all the difference. Farther ahead, one alcove remained completely dark. Unlike every other chamber, no light emerged, no memory awakened. Its crystalline doorway remained sealed.
What happened here?
The builder guide stopped. For the first time since entering the hall, it did not continue forward. The guardian symbol beneath Zandor's armor pulsed slowly. The chamber around the sealed alcove remained silent. Even the surrounding harmonic chorus seemed reluctant to approach. A single fragment of meaning reached him. Lost. Another followed. Unfinished. Then silence. No memory appeared. No explanation followed. Only the sealed chamber remained before him. Whatever guardian had once stood there, their story had ended differently. The realization unsettled him. Not every guardian had succeeded. The builders had preserved failure alongside triumph. Nothing had been erased. Nothing rewritten. History remained honest.
They remembered even those who failed.
The builder guide slowly raised one hand. The sealed alcove remained closed. Some memories were not yet ready to be opened. Beyond the hall, another immense doorway gradually illuminated. Unlike the others, its surface bore no symbols. Only a single line of ancient builder script stretching across its center. The guardian symbol translated only 3 words: the first promise. The guide looked toward the doorway, then quietly stepped aside. The next choice belonged to Zandor alone. Zandor remained before the sealed chamber. The words still echoed quietly within his thoughts. The first promise. Not a command, not a warning. A promise. He slowly approached the immense doorway. Unlike every builder structure he had encountered so far, its surface reflected nothing. Not the chamber, not the blue light, not even himself. The polished crystal absorbed every image, leaving only silence.
What promise?
The question faded into the vast chamber. No answer returned. Instead, the guardian symbol beneath his armor pulsed once. The doorway answered. Across its smooth surface, tiny lines of pale blue light appeared. At first they seemed random. Then they slowly connected, one line, then another, until an enormous star map emerged across the entire doorway. Zandor immediately recognized Kheros, not because it had been labeled, because every illuminated pathway converged there. Around Kheros, hundreds of other worlds glowed, some brightly, some only faintly. Many had already fallen dark. The builder guide watched silently. It did not point toward the surviving worlds, nor toward those that had vanished. It pointed toward the connections between them. The guardian symbol translated another fragment. Never stand alone. Another followed. Every world strengthens another. The luminous pathways brightened. For a brief moment, Zandor no longer saw stars. He saw civilizations, trade, learning, exploration, artists, scientists, families, entire cultures exchanging ideas across unimaginable distances. Then one connection disappeared, another. The network slowly fractured, not because worlds vanished, because they stopped listening to one another. The surviving lights became isolated. Fear replaced curiosity. Borders replaced cooperation. Knowledge became guarded instead of shared.
It wasn't the darkness.
The guide turned.
It was division.
The harmonic resonance grew stronger, not agreement, recognition. The guardian had begun reaching the conclusion himself. The builders had not fallen because one enemy proved stronger. They had become vulnerable when their connections disappeared. The doorway slowly changed again. The star map dissolved. Another image appeared. A single builder standing beside a human. Neither carried weapons, neither wore armor. They simply looked toward the stars together. The image remained only seconds before fading. No explanation followed. Only another question.
We knew each other.
The guide remained silent. Some truths could not be given, they had to be discovered. The guardian symbol pulsed one final time. A narrow passage opened beyond the great doorway, smaller, older, far less magnificent than the hall behind him. Yet somehow it felt more important. Above the entrance, builder symbols slowly illuminated. The guardian symbol translated them with growing clarity. Origins. For the first time since entering the hidden builder world, Zandor felt something he had not expected. Not fear, not excitement, humility.
I'm only beginning.
The passage beyond the doorway disappeared into darkness. Whatever waited there had remained hidden longer than any memory preserved within the Hall of Guardians. Behind him, thousands of guardians watched in silence. Ahead, history waited to reveal its oldest secret. The word remained suspended above the passage. Origins, not carved, not projected. The crystal itself remembered it. Every pulse of blue light seemed to breathe through the ancient builder symbols, as though the mountain refused to let them be forgotten. Zandor stood motionless. He had entered the hidden world beneath Kheros, searching for answers about the builders. Instead, the mountain continued asking questions. Questions that reached far beyond Kheros, far beyond the Dominion, far beyond humanity itself.
If I walk through there, there's no going back.
The builder guide neither encouraged nor discouraged him. Choice, always choice. That single principle had remained unchanged from the first crystal road to the deepest chamber beneath the mountain. Slowly, Zandor crossed the threshold. The Hall of Guardians faded behind him. Not because it disappeared, because another memory had become more important. The passage narrowed dramatically. The towering chambers gave way to smooth crystal walls that curved gently around him. The blue light dimmed, not fading, softening, almost respectfully. Unlike the great halls before, nothing here had been built to inspire awe. Everything had been built for reflection. The floor beneath his boots changed once more. Instead of polished crystal, it resembled weathered stone, simple, unfinished. Its surface bore the marks of countless footsteps, not thousands, millions.
People walked here.
The guardian symbol answered with a quiet pulse. Not people, guardians. He knelt beside one of the worn impressions. It matched neither builder anatomy nor human anatomy exactly. Some footprints were broad, others narrow. Some belonged to creatures walking upon two legs, others upon four. One even suggested wings had once folded beside it. Every civilization that accepted the builder calling had walked this same passage. Every guardian had stood where Zandor now stood. Everyone had faced the same uncertainty. The realization carried unexpected comfort. For the first time since arriving on Kheros, he no longer felt alone. Ahead, the passage opened into a quiet circular chamber. Unlike the Hall of Guardians, it contained almost nothing. No armor, no memories, no preserved figures. Only a single stone table standing beneath a shaft of pale blue light. Upon the table rested one object, small enough to fit within both hands. Dark, unremarkable. Its surface reflected no light.
That's it?
After everything he had witnessed, the simplicity almost disappointed him. The builders had crossed galaxies, preserved civilizations, constructed impossible worlds, yet the chamber before him contained only one small object. The builder guide stopped beside the table. For the first time since entering the mountain, it did not look toward Zandor. It looked toward the object. Its posture carried unmistakable reverence, not for power, not for technology, for meaning. The guardian symbol translated another fragment. The first gift. Zandor stepped closer. The object resembled neither crystal nor metal. It appeared carved from a dark stone, unlike anything found upon Kheros. Its surface was warm, not from energy, from age, as though countless hands had held it before his. Around its edges, tiny symbols had been worn smooth by time. Only one remained clearly visible. 3 concentric circles surrounding a single vertical line, the same symbol the Builder Elder had entrusted to him.
You've carried this for all of them.
The guide slowly nodded. Not every guardian had received a weapon. Not every guardian had received armor. Every guardian had first received a promise. The object remained upon the table. The guide made no movement toward it. No invitation, no instruction, only silence. The choice once again belonged entirely to Zandor. Far above, morning would eventually return to Kheros. The Dominion would continue searching for Builder secrets. The Ashari would continue waiting. General Vorak would continue watching. None of them yet understood that beneath the mountains, the future of every civilization had narrowed to one simple decision: whether one man would reach forward or walk away. The chamber remained perfectly still. No hidden mechanisms awakened. No brilliant light filled the room. The builders had never relied upon spectacle, only meaning. The small object rested quietly upon the stone table. It did not call to him. It did not tempt him. It simply waited, just as every archive had waited, just as every guardian before him had once stood waiting. Zandor slowly removed his glove. The cool air touched skin still marked by the wounds of Kheros. Small cuts crossed his fingers. The scars of recent battle remained visible. Nothing about the builders erased the past. They expected every guardian to carry it.
So this is where it began.
His hand moved toward the ancient object. Not quickly, not hesitantly, deliberately. Every movement carried the quiet understanding that another choice was about to shape history. His fingertips touched its surface. Warm, not warm because of energy. Warm because countless guardians had once stood exactly where he now stood. The object remembered them. Instantly, the chamber disappeared. Not into light, into memory. The silence surrounding him transformed into distant voices carried across impossible ages. Not speaking, laughing, children, families, teachers, travelers, entire civilizations living ordinary lives. The builders had preserved something rarely remembered by history, not the great moments, everyday life. A young child reached toward the night sky. An older guardian knelt beside them, pointing not toward stars, but toward another child standing nearby. The lesson carried no words, yet Zandor understood. Before anyone could protect worlds, they first had to learn to protect one another. The memory changed. A storm crossed an unfamiliar world. Families hurried toward shelter. One guardian remained outside, not to fight, to guide every frightened traveler safely home. No glory, no celebration, only quiet responsibility. Another memory followed. An ancient library burned. Scholars carried knowledge into safety while one guardian stood at the entrance alone, not to preserve buildings, to preserve understanding. The memories flowed, one after another, never showing conquest, never showing victory celebrations, only service, quiet, patient, almost unnoticed by history.
They never wanted to be remembered.
The chamber answered with gentle harmony. No, they wanted others to survive long enough to remember themselves. The realization struck him more deeply than every builder revelation before it. The guardians had never protected the builders. They had protected possibility, the chance for another civilization to become something greater than fear. The small object within his hands slowly brightened. Not with blue light, with soft white light. Its surface opened like a flower unfolding beneath morning sunlight. Inside, one tiny crystal rested at its center, no larger than a single tear. The builder guide stepped forward for the first time since entering the chamber. It looked not at Zandor, but at the crystal. Its posture carried unmistakable respect. The guardian symbol translated one final fragment. The promise remembers every guardian, then another. The guardian remembers every promise. The tiny crystal floated gently upward. It stopped before Zandor, waiting, just as every builder choice had waited. Without command, without expectation, only trust. Far beyond Kheros, far beyond Dominion space, something stirred once again within the ancient darkness. Not because the builders had awakened, because a promise had been accepted. The Hall of Guardians remained silent. Its countless memories watched without judgment. Every guardian before him had once faced this same moment. Now it belonged to him. The tiny crystal hovered silently before him, no larger than a tear. Its white light neither dazzled nor dimmed. It simply existed, steady, patient, waiting. Zandor looked toward the builder guide. The ancient figure remained perfectly still. It offered no gesture, no instruction, no expectation. Every choice within the builder world belonged to the one who made it, never to those who had come before.
You still trust us?
The guide lowered its head, not because humanity had earned that trust, because every guardian began as an unknown. Slowly, Zandor extended his hand. The tiny crystal drifted gently downward until it rested upon his open palm. The instant it touched his skin, nothing happened. No surge of power, no overwhelming vision, no transformation, only warmth. The same quiet warmth he had felt throughout every builder archive. The builders had never believed greatness arrived in a single moment. It was carried one choice at a time. The crystal slowly dissolved into countless particles of light. They flowed gently across his hand, along his arm, across the guardian symbol beneath his armor, then disappeared completely. Nothing remained. No visible mark, only understanding. The guardian symbol glowed once, brighter than ever before, not because it had grown stronger, because it had become complete. The chamber answered. One by one, every guardian alcove illuminated. Thousands of soft blue lights stretched into the distance like stars awakening across an endless night. No applause, no celebration, only acknowledgement. Another guardian had accepted the promise. The builder guide slowly stepped backward. Its crystalline body became increasingly transparent. Its purpose here had ended. The hall no longer required a guide. The promise itself would now lead the guardian.
Will I see you again?
The guide smiled. The first true expression Zandor had witnessed upon its face. Not joy, not sadness, peace. Then it dissolved into light, not vanishing, returning to the countless memories surrounding the hall. The chamber grew quiet once more, yet the silence no longer felt empty. Every guardian who had come before seemed present, not watching. Walking beside him, the great doorway beyond the hall slowly opened. Unlike every previous passage, warm golden light spilled gently through the opening. Not blue, not white, the color of sunrise. Beyond the doorway, the first rays of morning reached into the hidden builder world. Somehow the mountain itself had opened to the dawn. Zandor stepped forward. As he crossed the threshold, the Hall of Guardians slowly dimmed behind him. Not because its story had ended, because another had begun. Far above, the sun rose over Kheros. Its light touched the crystal forests, the mountains, the rivers, the Ashari village, even the distant Dominion encampments. Neither side realized that beneath their feet, history had quietly changed forever. The frontier archives would later record that no great battle marked the beginning of the Guardian Age. No empire proclaimed it, no fleet witnessed it. It began when one weary peacekeeper accepted a promise made thousands of years before humanity first reached the stars. And somewhere, far beyond the waking world of Kheros, the ancient darkness stirred once more. Not in anger, not yet, but for the first time in countless ages, it had something to remember. Scene 28, The First Promise. Every guardian inherited a promise. None inherited the right to decide the future for others. Frontier Archives, Guardian Codex. The first rays of dawn disappeared behind him. The warm golden light faded as the chamber slowly closed, not sealing him inside, preserving the silence. The Hall of Guardians remained behind him. Its memories would wait for every guardian yet to come. Ahead, only one passage remained. Unlike every corridor beneath Kheros, this one possessed no crystal pathways, no glowing walls, no harmonic pillars. The builders had removed every distraction. Only the journey remained. The smooth stone beneath Zandor's boots carried the marks of countless generations. Millions of careful footsteps had polished its surface until it reflected the faint morning light filtering through hidden fractures high above. No builder machine maintained this place. Time itself had shaped it.
They all walked here.
The guardian symbol answered with its familiar warmth. Not confirmation, recognition. The farther he walked, the quieter the mountain became. The harmonic chorus faded. The countless memories surrounding the hall fell silent. Even the builder network itself seemed reluctant to follow. For the first time since entering the hidden world beneath Kheros, Zandor stood entirely alone. Not abandoned, simply alone. The passage gradually widened into a perfectly circular chamber. Unlike every builder hall before it, nothing dominated the room. No towering monuments, no impossible machinery, no endless archives, only simplicity. At the very center, a single stone platform rested beneath a narrow beam of natural sunlight descending through an opening invisible high above. The light carried tiny particles of crystal that drifted slowly through the air like snow. Upon the platform rested only one object, a weathered crystal tablet, small enough to hold comfortably in both hands. Its edges were worn smooth, not by time alone, by countless guardians who had once stood exactly where Zandor now stood. Unlike every builder artifact he had encountered, this one carried no energy, no glow, no hidden mechanisms. It looked almost ordinary.
This is the promise.
The chamber remained silent. No projection appeared. No builder guide emerged. No memory awakened. The builders had withdrawn completely. This moment belonged to the guardian alone. Zandor stepped forward. Every instinct urged caution. Yet another feeling quietly outweighed it. Trust. He gently lifted the crystal tablet. It felt unexpectedly warm. Its surface was etched with thousands of microscopic builder symbols flowing across the stone like frozen rivers. The guardian symbol beneath his armor pulsed once. The symbols slowly rearranged themselves, not translating, becoming readable. For the first time, the builders spoke directly to the guardian, not through memory, not through resonance, through words. The crystal tablet grew warmer within Zandor's hands, not from energy, from recognition. The countless builder symbols flowing across its surface slowly rearranged themselves until they formed a language his mind could somehow understand, not perfectly, not effortlessly, patiently, as though the tablet wished to be read rather than merely translated. No voice echoed through the chamber, no image appeared. The words simply existed before him, waiting just as the builders had always waited. The first line emerged. To the guardian who stands here, another line followed. If you seek power, you have come to the wrong place. The chamber remained silent. The words carried neither accusation nor judgment, only quiet certainty. If you seek dominion, turn back. If you seek glory, forget our name. Zandor continued reading. The ancient script flowed gently across the tablet. Every sentence appeared only after the previous one had been understood. The builders had written no speech, only a conversation between one guardian and the next. The promise grants no authority, it grants responsibility, it grants no command over life, only the duty to protect it. You will not be remembered because you are stronger, you will be remembered because others survive. The words struck deeper than any lesson preserved within the archives. The builders had never sought heroes, they had sought caretakers.
So that was always enough.
The tablet answered with another line. No. Zandor stopped. For the first time, the response felt almost immediate. It was never easy, it was only necessary. He slowly lowered the tablet. The chamber around him remained unchanged. No hidden technology, no miraculous revelation. Only one guardian standing beneath a single beam of morning light. Outside, entire civilizations believed greatness belonged to conquerors. The builders had preserved a different truth. Civilizations endured because someone quietly refused to become one. The crystal tablet continued revealing its final passages. One day, you will stand between fear and hope. You will not possess enough strength. You will not possess enough knowledge. You will not possess enough time. The words paused. Choose compassion anyway. The sentence remained before him, simple, almost impossibly simple, yet it carried the weight of countless civilizations. That choice is the promise. The guardian symbol beneath his armor answered with one steady pulse. Not brighter, not stronger, steadier, as though it had finally found the rhythm it had always sought. The crystal tablet slowly returned to its original appearance. The flowing builder symbols faded. The warm surface cooled. The words disappeared. Nothing remained except the ordinary stone resting quietly within his hands. The promise had never been hidden inside the tablet. It had always been hidden inside the one willing to carry it. Far above the chamber, the first full light of morning reached the crystal forests of Kheros. A new day began. Neither the Dominion nor the Ashari yet understood that beneath their world, a promise older than recorded history had just been accepted once again. The chamber remained silent. No hidden mechanism acknowledged what had just happened. No ancient machine declared the guardian worthy. The builders had never measured worth through ceremony, only through choice. Zandor carefully returned the crystal tablet to the stone platform. Its surface settled into stillness. The symbols no longer moved. The promise had been given. Nothing more needed to be said. For several long moments, he simply stood beneath the shaft of morning light. The warmth falling from the opening high above felt strangely familiar. Not because it belonged to the builders, because it belonged to Kheros. For the first time, the mountain no longer felt ancient. It felt alive.
I understand.
The guardian symbol pulsed, not in response, in agreement. A faint vibration traveled through the stone beneath his boots. Not violent, not sudden, gentle, like the slow heartbeat of an enormous living world. The chamber itself responded. The narrow beam of sunlight widened. The crystal walls surrounding the room slowly became transparent. Beyond them, the hidden mountain revealed itself. Not the outer mountains of Kheros, the inner mountain. An immense lattice of crystalline chambers, bridges, and pathways stretching in every direction. Thousands of guardian roads, countless archives, endless memories, an entire civilization hidden beneath the world. The realization stole his breath. He had believed he had discovered the builder city. He now understood he had only entered its first doorway.
This is impossible.
The guardian symbol answered with quiet warmth. Impossible only until it was understood. Across the immense underground world, lights awakened one after another. Not rapidly, patiently. Builder observatories, guardian chambers, crystal bridges, forgotten halls, ancient gateways. Every system seemed connected to every other through an invisible living network. Yet despite its unimaginable scale, only a tiny fraction had awakened. The rest remained dark, sleeping, waiting. The builders had never intended one guardian to awaken everything. Every generation would carry the journey only a little farther. A new passage slowly illuminated beyond the chamber. Unlike every corridor before, its walls were covered not with symbols, but with empty crystal surfaces. Untouched, blank.
Why is nothing here?
The answer reached him immediately. Not through the tablet, not through the guide, through the guardian symbol itself. Because this part has not been written. He looked again at the empty walls. For the first time, he understood what they represented. The builders had preserved the past. They had deliberately left space for the future. The empty crystal did not wait for builder history. It waited for histories that had not yet happened, for guardians who had not yet lived, for civilizations that had not yet been born.
So history is still being written.
The mountain answered with one quiet harmonic note. Far above, the Dominion fleet continued scanning Kheros. General Vorak watched the awakening world from orbit. Ashari families welcomed the first sunrise after the crystal storm. None of them realized that beneath their feet, the builders had never left humanity instructions. They had left humanity a blank page, and for the first time in countless ages, someone had begun writing upon it. The empty crystal walls surrounded him in perfect silence. No builder symbols appeared, no hidden messages revealed themselves, no ancient knowledge waited to be discovered. For the first time since entering the mountain, the builders had left nothing behind. At first, the emptiness felt unsettling. After everything the mountain had revealed, silence itself seemed wrong.
Why leave this unfinished?
The guardian symbol beneath his armor pulsed gently, not answering, guiding. Slowly, he placed one hand upon the nearest crystal wall. The surface remained perfectly clear, until a single point of blue light appeared beneath his fingertips. Not created by the builders, created by him. The tiny light spread outward in delicate patterns before fading once again. The crystal returned to perfect transparency. Yet for a brief moment, the wall had remembered his touch.
I changed it.
The realization settled quietly within him. The builders had preserved the past. Guardians would shape the future. Neither could exist without the other. Another fragment surfaced through the guardian symbol. Not spoken, understood. Every generation writes the next archive. The empty chamber no longer seemed unfinished. It seemed hopeful. The builders had believed the future deserved its own voice, not theirs. The stone beneath his feet vibrated once more. This time the movement traveled far beyond the chamber, across countless hidden corridors, through forgotten observatories, along silent guardian roads stretching beneath the entire continent. Somewhere deep within the mountain, ancient builder systems quietly acknowledged the first new guardian in thousands of years. Not because he had unlocked their technology, because he had accepted their responsibility. Morning spread across Kheros. Sunlight passed through towering crystal trees. Every branch scattered thousands of blue reflections across the forest floor. The world appeared almost unchanged, yet nothing remained the same. Ashari families slowly emerged from their shelters. Children stepped cautiously into the morning light. Many stopped, listening.
Do you hear that?
No one answered immediately. The sound carried no melody, no words, only a faint harmonic resonance drifting gently through the forest.
The mountain is breathing.
Several elders lowered their heads. For generations, their oldest stories had spoken of the living mountain. Most believed those tales were symbolic. None believed they would live to hear its voice. Luma stood at the edge of the ridge. The singing crystal hovered peacefully before her. Unlike before, its light no longer searched. It simply listened.
He kept the promise.
What promise?
She looked toward the distant western peaks. A quiet smile crossed her face.
The one the mountains were waiting for.
Far above, the Dominion fleet continued its orbital patrol. No alarm sounded, no weapon fired. General Vorak still watched the planet through silent observation, yet even the Dominion sensors recorded something impossible.
General,
Report.
the harmonic network continues expanding.
How far?
The officer hesitated.
It no longer appears limited to Kheros.
The bridge fell silent. No projection could explain what the instruments displayed. The harmonic field no longer ended at the planet. Faint traces extended outward into space itself.
So the promise has begun.
No one aboard the Oblivion Spear understood the meaning of those words. Not even Vorak fully understood them. Yet somewhere beneath certainty, an old memory stirred. A warning older than the Dominion itself. Deep beneath the western mountains, one guardian continued walking toward the unwritten future. Above him, an entire galaxy unknowingly took its first step toward remembering what it had once been. The harmonic resonance slowly faded, not because the promise had ended, because it had become part of the guardian. For the first time in countless generations, the builder network no longer waited. It had begun listening again. Zandor stood quietly within the chamber of unwritten history. The empty crystal wall surrounding him reflected only soft morning light. No visions appeared, no memories awakened. The future belonged to those who had not yet lived. The builders had refused to write it for them.
I understand now.
He looked once more toward the crystal tablet resting upon the stone pedestal. Nothing about it suggested greatness, no precious metals, no impossible technology, only a simple object carried by countless guardians across forgotten ages. Its value had never been what it was. Its value had always been what it asked. Not, "What will you become?" but "What will others become because you were here?" The question lingered within him long after the chamber itself had fallen silent. A new passage slowly illuminated beyond the chamber. Unlike every path before, no builder guide waited. No guardian memory remained. No ancient voice offered wisdom. The next steps belonged entirely to him. For the first time, the mountain trusted a guardian to continue without guidance. He stepped forward. The guardian symbol beneath his armor pulsed gently. The promise required no further ceremony, only action. The crystal forests shimmered beneath the morning sun. Ashari families slowly returned to the damaged village. Children laughed for the first time since the Dominion fleet had arrived. Builders had never promised peace, yet hope had quietly returned. Luma stood upon the western ridge. The singing crystal floated silently before her. Its melody had become almost impossible to hear, not because it had weakened, because it no longer needed to call. The guardian had answered.
The mountain is smiling.
Kale looked toward the crystal peaks.
Can mountains smile?
Luma laughed quietly.
When someone finally listens, yes.
Far above, General Vorak continued watching Kheros through the silent observation chamber aboard the Oblivion Spear. The harmonic anomalies continued spreading beyond every Dominion projection. No military doctrine explained them. No scientific model predicted them.
General.
Without turning from the planetary display, Vorak answered.
Do not interfere.
General?
If the builders wished us dead, they had thousands of years to accomplish it.
The bridge fell silent. For perhaps the first time in Dominion history, the fleet waited instead of advancing. Beneath the mountains, Zandor continued deeper into the builder world, not searching for greater weapons, not searching for forgotten power, searching for understanding. The same journey every guardian before him had once accepted. The Frontier Archives would later record that the first promise was never a gift. It was a question, one every guardian answered differently, and upon those answers, entire civilizations rose or quietly disappeared into memory. The road ahead remained unwritten. For the first time since the builders vanished, that was exactly as it should be.
If you enjoyed this archive, leave a like. It helps more explorers discover our story. Subscribe and join us for the next chapter. Another archive is waiting.